1 second. Alrighty. All right, friends and people in TV land and in my little teeny Zoom room. I'm going to do a breathwork session. In this session, we're going to do some continuum breathwork and then some coherent breathing. So it's going to be breathwork for upregulation to get excited, breathwork for downregulation to calm your nervous system, and then we're going to do coherent breathing, which is to be right there in the middle. And when we do the coherent, I'll start counting us in, and then eventually I probably won't count anymore. And I might add one little extra chunk at the end where we inhale for 5 counts, we hold for 5 counts, we exhale for 5 counts, and we hold for 5 counts. We'll see if we get there. But we're going to start. I'm actually on a physio ball. And the breath that we're going to start with is called the WHO breath, the HU. And it is a continuum breath, and it's great for upregulation, for getting energy, for building energy, or for releasing excess nervous energy. So it's basically, you're just going to move, bounce around on your ball, and you're going to kind of huff and puff with a hoo-ha-he, like hoo, 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 ha, 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 like a monkey. When you can make faces, check out the space around you, get your whole body going. If you don't have a ball to bounce on, you can just bounce around. You could stand up to do it, and you can become concerned about things around you. Take resting breaths whenever you need them. It should be kind of funny and ridiculous. And if you need to just take a break, feel free to take a break anytime. I'm going to keep it going for a couple of minutes. See if you can wake up your whole kinesphere, all the space around you. Resting breaths whenever you need to. So this is really going to activate your lymphatic system as well. Get everything going, get it moving. Think of like monkeys when they growl and show their teeth. All right, let's let that come down. And actually, I'm going to offer that you actually now get up and take a little walk around your room and feel what it feels like in your body. Like, has your energy risen? Maybe you've gotten rid of excess energy. Maybe your energy has dropped down a little bit because you've cleared out some of that energy. But maybe there's more of this aliveness going on. And then when you're ready, bring it back. Coming in, now I'm really warm from doing that. So that got my blood flowing, got the lymphatic system online. Deep diaphragmatic breathing and bouncing are going to be great for your fascia and for your lymph. So we're going to take it into this down-regulating breath, which is kind of hard to go right into. So just have a few, no need to do anything breaths. And as we're slowing down with just regular breathing, bring your awareness into sensation. Bring your awareness into your heartbeat. Bring your awareness into your life force energy, if you can feel that. Feeling the rise and fall of your breath. Feeling the rhythms of your own body. So feeling what it feels like to be in your body today. What feels alive? I can really feel my heartbeat. I can feel it pulsing in my neck. I can feel the growing and shrinking of my breath, imagining all of my cells breathing, deep cellular breathing. Just giving our body a chance to settle on its own as much as it can settle. So upregulation is usually taking in more oxygen than we're letting out, or emphasizing the inhale. or quick exhales. So those hoo-has were really quick. Down regulation, we're going to emphasize the exhale. We're going to take a longer time on our exhale. So we're going to use the theta breath. It's another continuum breath, and it's a soft hiss with your tongue just behind your teeth. You don't have to make it last forever. It's not like a contest to see who has the longest exhale. It's really just to tune into sensation with that breath. And just by doing it, it's going to naturally slow your exhale. So your inhale is going to be natural through your nose. And then as if you're very slowly deflating a balloon, or like a little radiator hiss or a radiator hiss, depending on how you say it. And you can take resting breaths whenever you want to. I'm also going to offer that if it's interesting for you to explore micro movement with that, feel free to do that. So little tiny moves. You can do this with your eyes open or closed. If you close your eyes, you will definitely be feeling more internally. And as I go through that exhale, I become very aware of this sense of things just dropping down. I can feel it in my body as the exhale slows down. It's like this slow dropping down of my, I don't want to say my life force, but it feels like that, like everything is coming down into the ground. So continuing to breathe like that, letting yourself come in for a landing, sensing your relationship to the earth through the gravitational pull. Allowing your awareness to rest in the sensation of these breaths. If they feel stressful and if it's uncomfortable to do those, either any of these breaths, just let it go and breathe naturally. Just allow your body to be breathed, to breathe itself. And taking resting breaths whenever you need them. So for me, this theta breath really gives me an awareness of the two sides of my body. Some people say it has sort of a bifurcating energy, just finding midlines, moving forward, splitting that midline. So for me, with just the sound, I can really feel into how that's vibrating in the two sides of my face, in the two sides of my body. So maybe tuning into that right versus leftness of yourself. And I notice that as I'm in usually the second part of that exhale, so the first half it happens, and then by the second part, I feel this whole like dropping down through the back of my neck, the back of my shoulders. So tune into the different feelings and sensations in the different moments of the breath, in the beginning of the breath, the middle of the breath, and then when you're hitting the end of the breath. Yeah, for me, it's almost like my whole body is moving down and backwards in that second half of the breath. And my theta breath has become very light. So it's almost like the tongue is behind and softening, not as pointed into the back of my teeth, but kind of like it's spread out a little bit. So a very, very gentle hiss. And the sensation for me starts to be like dropping and spreading, dropping and spreading, dropping and spreading. And you can do this laying down or seated in any way that's comfortable for you, even standing. And letting that fall away and just tuning again into the silence of your own experience. What does it feel like in you? Can you melt into that or allow it to soften and melt even more? Just tuning into the silence of your own experience. And if you notice your mind starting to grasp onto anything or reach toward anything, just let it soften and let go. So it's like the hand unclasping any tension or any gripping, anything inside your body. And you reach towards something, just go, I don't need that. I can just relax back here. It's fine. So the things can be there moving around, but you just don't need to attach to them. Could be thoughts, emotions, things outside of yourself, or things inside of yourself, things in your mind. Just resting in sensation, resting in awareness. And feeling into your nervous system, seeing how it feels now. Do you feel like you have calmed down, down regulated, gone into that parasympathetic rest and digest, soothe and settle? Place where our body can process what we're encountering in our lives, the nutrition we're taking in. Feeling into our hearts, feeling into our heartbeat, our blood flow, just seeing where we notice that in our body. And again, if any little micro movements want to happen, feel free to let those micro movements play out. or even if it wants to be macro movement. This class for me isn't about stillness, it's about awareness, participating with your own body in a wise, generous, compassionate way. So we're going to take it to our last final coherent breathing. So coherence, if we have upregulation and downregulation, coherence is coming right into that middle place where we are right there in optimal function. For our organs, when we're coherent, our organs are working together, our systems are working together, so we're not fighting against ourselves. So one more thought I just want to add to the idea of coherence is that we are generous to ourselves. We are kind to ourselves. We add some self-compassion and some self-love to the mix. It's really easy to get carried along with different cultural or familial ideas about who or what we should be or look like. Let that melt away. Just coming into kindness for your own organic animal body. So the coherent breathing is going to be a 5 count in and a 5 count out. If it turns out that my rhythm isn't working for you, just breathe on your own. It's totally fine. And I'll start it counting it, and then I'm just going to switch to just saying in and out. So here we go. Exhale everything out. And then inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. I'm going to stop counting and just let you continue to breathe on your own for a little while. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more or give yourself more time at the end, you can inhale for 5, hold for 5, exhale for 5, hold for 5. Keep that pattern going. So work with what feels good to you, or you can go back to the Theta breath or the Who breath even. remembering that whatever breathing pattern you're choosing, you want it to feel good. So if it's not feeling good, just change it, let it soften, let it relax, finding a way that it can be easy. So if you are out there in TV land, please like and subscribe. Consider becoming a Patreon donor or making a one-time donation. Now that you are deeply relaxed, let me give you the advertisement.